Welcome to the e-learning from nature, lesson 2 by Tallaght Community School. In this lesson, we are going to examine the adaptations of many organisms that live in the rocky seashore. Being able to adapt is a matter of life or death. In a perfect world, organisms would not need to adapt. However, changes to their environment means that organisms need to move if they can, adapt, or they would become extinct. Adaptation is a trait or characteristic that enables an organism to live in its environment. The common limpet is found on exposed rocky shores around Ireland, occurring between the mid and high tide levels. Their shell is conical and ridged, with older specimens usually encrusted with barnacles and algae. The limpets are perhaps the most well-adapted of all marine snails for a life on the exposed rock surfaces. Each limpet has its own home, an exact spot on the rock where it stays when the tide is out. The limpet has a strong foot muscle which gets a firm grip on the rock. This tight grip or fit to the rock allows the limpet to trap a spoonful of water inside to stop it drying up when the tide is out. This strong foot muscle also keeps the limpet attached to the rock when water is bashing off these rocks and the waves are coming in, and it also prevents birds from taking the limpets off rocks and eating them very easily. The upper shore is usually dominated by barnacles, particularly the acorn barnacle, as seen in many of our photographs today. These crustaceans start life as tiny larvae floating in the sea with the plankton, and most come to rest in the intertidal area of the rocky shore, cementing themselves firmly to the rock. The structural adaptation of the barnacle is that when it is exposed to the air, the barnacle closes its opening with a hinged trap like operculum. This is made of two limy plates, which join up with other plates to protect the body. When covered by the sea, the operculum opens and 6 pairs of feathery legs appear, which filter out food particles. The common barnacle sometimes form large, close-packed colonies, so dense that the true colour of the rock to which they are attached to is completely obscured. The common sea anemone, or beadlet anemone, are widespread and common on the middle and lower shores of rocky coasts around Ireland. They attach itself to the rock with sucker-like base. Their colour is usually red. When the anemone is in water, its tentacles extend. However, when the anemone is out of water and exposed to air, the tentacles retract and become a jelly-like blob. The sea anemone is a slow-moving animal, so it has adapted by using its tentacles to sting small fishes and shrimps and drag them into its mouth. When the water is drained off, or when the anemone is out of water, it protects itself by closing the tentacles. The brittle star is often found at low tides among seaweeds and under stones, or especially where silt and sediment collect. Some can swim, but most crawl along the seabed using their flexible arms. They usually have 5 arms covered with spines. Their name refers to how easily their arms fall off when touched. It can also cast off an arm if it is injured. This isn't a problem for them, as it can grow another arm within months, and if the broken arm has a piece of the central disc attached, it can turn into a whole new brittle star. A behavioural adaptation of the brittle star is that they are more active at night to avoid predators, and usually will hide in dark crevices during the day. The common starfish, otherwise known as a sea star, has many wonderful adaptations. It is a familiar seashore inhabitant, recognised by its 5 radiating arms. You will find the common starfish or sea star usually in the low tidal zone, in one of the many tidal pools. Sea stars have rows of spines on